and joining us live. What an honor. This guy's an Emmy Award-winning television personality. He's been a part of the NFL since forever, basically. And he's been a part of our program literally since the first day we asked. He was at another network for a while, and then he comes over to another couple of networks. Then he comes over to ESPN. Didn't forget about us, did he? This guy never forgot about us. Some other people forgot about us.
Yeah.
Talking to you, Dan Orlovsky, choosing not to come to Indianapolis for Monday Night Football. So we can
got something for you, Dan.
Yes, we do. Ladies and gentlemen, to join us for the next 44 minutes or so, it's Peter Schrager in the Schrager 44 minutes. Look good, Schrags. I'm never here when you're here.
I felt like righteous gemstones coming out of there.
Nice.
We need to give you a little bit more lighting.
Baby Billy.
Yeah, it's on us. We apologize.
Remember the pogo ball?
What's that?
The pogo ball. Does anyone remember this when we were
no.
kids? It was a ball that you would like jump around the neighborhood with. Like, and it was just like.
With the little held-on thing here?
No, it was a. Sorry, with the microphone here, I'm gonna get physical.
That's right.
It was a ball, and there was like a little outer ring to it, and you would like hop on the ball all
Oh,
across.
I don't remember that. I don't think we.
Jersey,
I know what you're talking
1980s.
about. Yeah,
there
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I
that
know
thing,
that.
nothing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know, but I mean, that's for like infants, Shregs. That's not for anyone over 60 pounds.
Yeah, all the weird kids had those.
Whoa. You don't
Nick.
deserve that, Shregs, and neither does New Jersey. I will
Pogo
say,
ball.
I never saw one of those things. I am thankful for that. Shout out Tim McAfee not bringing one of those.
No, that's what we had.
But the pogos, did you ever do the industrial pogo?
Not what he's talking about.
Yeah, that super thick one.
No.
They got good springs. I think we're going to see that tonight.
These guys were on America's Got Talent, if I remember. I'm an AGT guy.
Yeah, me too. That was a dream job.
They were unbelievable when they were on AGT. So if it's the same guys, like we're in for a show.
With Red Panda.
And
then a light
show on
drop.
top.
Oh,
embarrassment of riches.
that's what
Truly.
Monday Night Football at Lucas Oil Stadium's all about.
I'm excited.
Let's ask ESPN maybe to bring it back. You know, that'd be good for the schedule makers to do that. Speaking of the schedule, San Francisco 49ers can still get the number one seed. Obviously, the Colts need to win. They have small chances, but still have chances to make it to the playoffs. 5.5-point dogs at home. What are you thinking about this game tonight, Triggs? And thank you for coming out here.
Oh, absolutely. I love being here. I went back and watched, obviously, Phillip Rivers against Seattle, and guy played well, did everything you could ask for him. The issue here is going to be, how does he feel 8 days later after playing? Like, can he still move his body? Can he still get around? Can he be mobile enough? It's actually a good matchup for him. As good as the 49ers defense is, they're last in the league in sacks. They're not great on pressuring the quarterback. And if he can get to a 7-on-7 situation where he's just making a pizza in the back and just dissecting, this is the defense to do it
Making
against.
sandwiches.
He can do it. He can do it. So, you talk to the people in the Niners organization, not for a second are they like, oh, we're going to take off Phillip Rivers' head. Like, they are actually very fearful that if he gets comfortable in the pocket, he can dissect that defense.
Okay, I love to hear that. Obviously, we know that Jonathan Taylor can get busy, and tonight's going to be fantastic. Let's pivot away from Monday Night Football. Let's just talk about NFL as a whole. 7 spots secured for the playoffs coming out of this particular Sunday. Obviously, we had Thursday night, Saturday, and Sunday games. Kind of your take on where we sit as an NFL. 5 teams in the NFC are in. 2 automatically already in the AFC. What does this kind of tell you, Shregs, and what are your thoughts?
The parity's great because you have all these teams that have not been perennial powers the last few years. I will say this, there has been sort of the excitement and the fangs out of week 17 and 18 taken out just a little bit with all these teams having already clinched, and that Netflix schedule on Christmas is awful.
Jeez.
Awful.
And you can't flex out of it. So that's awful. The Amazon game at night is awful. So
Awful.
NBA is back, baby. That's what it is. No, I'm kidding. But it's just like,
Thank
as far
God.
as like Christmas Day, there was thoughts that those matchups were going to really dictate how the playoff picture was going to be. Pretty much insignificant. It'll come down to week 18. I know ESPN's got 2 Saturday games. One of them will obviously be of great significance. Another one will be at 4:30. But I look at this status here. It's like, all right, we got some new logos in there. And then the teams that are going to be like the 5 seeds might be the Rams and the Bills, who everyone might want to just say, well, those are the teams I know. They're the ones who are going to go on the runs.
Yeah, and it is. We had a thing, Ask the Class of the League, in the first hour. It was actually our 5th headline coming out of the weekend. It's like, you think about the Bears, the Patriots, the Panthers, and the Jags. It's like last year, 4-13 or whatever it was. This year, kind of leading in the way. That's a beautiful thing for the league as a whole, but it is tough for schedule makers to get Christmas right whenever they're trying to project what teams are going to matter, nobody could have thought it was going to be these four.
Yeah, no shot, especially when you're thinking about first-year head coaches and just what that success typically looks like. That is the cool thing about the last 2 weeks, though, is all the seeds are up for grabs.
Yeah.
Like, nobody has a division locked up and nobody has any of the seeds locked up. Like, there's a situation where tonight, I mean, the 6th seed is the Niners, and they might be the 1 seed. And then if you look at the AFC side as well, like, the Broncos haven't even won the division yet, and still they're kind of the, runaway first team to clinch in the AFC. Like, that will be what's interesting these last couple weeks, is who's going to get that first round bye.
If the 49ers were to win out, and they've got this game, they've got the Bears, they've got the Seahawks, they will not have to play a single game outside of SoFi after tonight. They've got 2 home games left regular season. They would clinch the NFC West. And then there's never been a team, because I know the Buccaneers and Rams did it, but they didn't do it as 1 seeds that went the entire distance through the playoffs and won a Super Bowl in their own building. That's on the table for the 49ers, and I challenge anybody to go Google the 49ers depth chart, name 4 of their defenders right now.
Yeah, it sounds like Shanahan should be up for Coach of the Year.
You would think.
Yeah, and it's like kind of like you graduate into being an NFL coach.
Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, and then maybe Mike Vrabel for bringing back the Patriots in a way that he has.
Well, if Shane Steichen's able to get the boys in the playoffs, okay.
Yeah, McDonald.
Mike McDonald.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. McDonald out there in Seattle. I mean, Shanahan being able to do this. As soon as we saw Warner and Bosa go down, I think we as a show, and we apologize to the Niners faithful, naturally are like, okay, they're dead.
Purdy, too.
Yeah, Purdy was
And
all banged up.
Purdy banged up. Mac Jones was playing. It's like, are they moving on from Brock Purdy? They're dead.
No Ayuk.
Oh, he was driving by.
He was, I saw
Saturday.
that.
I saw
He's going
He's
way
doing
too fast.
Yeah, he's doing some dumb.
Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw signed with Denver. Those were 2 defensive leaders. Like, I'm telling you, go look at their depth chart. There are names that are not household names that are going to be asked to play huge roles late.
And that's why Colts need to pull them away. Okay, that's
Look
why
at that team.
names. That's why names we know. Phil Rivers, yeah,
What?
we know him. Okay, Jonathan Taylor, ever heard of him? Yeah, star-studded Colts team needs to put this Niners team away. But the thing that sucks about that is it feels like their offensive style and system is going to create yards regardless, especially with Brock Purdy. They got George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. Those 2 might be the dynamic duo that maybe the league can't stop for the eternal time as long as they stay healthy. And on defensive side, Salah became the head coach of the Jets because of how damn great he is. He falls right back into place. They got players that are NFL talent. They'll be able to take care of business is how they view it, and they certainly have. And if they get the number 1 seed in the NFC, I mean, definitely warranted of Coach of the Year conversation. AJ has a question for you, Schrags, over there in Ohio.
Hey, buddy.
Yes, Schrags, you mentioned Liam Cohen. The Jags went into Denver, got a huge win on the road yesterday. I guess what are your thoughts on them heading into a possible playoff push?
All right, so there's X's and O's, and then there's personality of a team and vibe of a team. No team has leaned into the nobody believes in us narrative and the small market, no one wants us here narrative more than this version of the Jaguars. And Liam is 100% the rider of that bus. Sean Payton, most innocuous comment last week, says, I know a lot of people haven't seen them. They're a small market team.
Oh, I didn't know that was in response.
Oh, yes. That was Sean Payton said that. And I talked to Sean. He didn't know it. He wasn't thinking to Liam took that, showed that to the team, showed it to the social media account, and then they go and they do their thing. 2 weeks ago, Trevor Lawrence, they beat the Colts. Trevor Lawrence says, I know everybody else in the national media wants to talk about other teams in our own division because everyone was raving about the Texans after their Thursday night win against the Bills. He's like, we're fine with that. We know nobody wants us here. So you've got all these guys that are now leaning into this, hey, we're just the 32nd market in the NFL. No one wants us. We're not going to be on anyone's radar. And they're actually embodying that. And that is such a vibe thing, but that is a first-year coach with a young staff. Their defensive coordinator, a guy named Anthony Campanelli, Jersey guy, total hype-up defensive coordinator, 40 years old. Their offensive coordinator, Grant Yudinsky, 29 years old. Liam's 38. Their GM's 34. It's a bunch of young guys who have this young team believing. And it's one of those deals where it's it could just be one of these runaway charismatic bandwagon us against the world teams, which we get. We get.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, for a long time.
Many years.
As you're laying it out, I don't love what that does for a team. What you were just saying there, and obviously the Colts got Niners, Jags, and Texans down the stretch. Can still do it. Jags can still do it, and Texans can still do it. Trevor Lawrence still playing his best ball.
Unbelievable.
I mean, we forgot he's a stallion when he runs. He's gigantic and he can stride his ass out. He's big. He's spinning it. Liam's got him believing. And you talk about him talking about national media. They're definitely showing our clips, huh? Mm-hmm. We're definitely in there.
Well, we love the Jags.
We
I tell him the tape.
Yeah,
I don't Liam.
Yeah, we changed Liam.
Yeah, whenever he was going to fight.
Yeah.
Who is he going to fight? I forget who.
Saleh.
Oh, yeah, Bob Saleh.
Yeah. Keep my name out of your mouth, bitch.
Yeah, and then the hold back.
Yeah.
That's all part of it, though. Like that was week
Definitely.
3 or something, and
Definitely.
that led into all this. And big game for Trevor yesterday, and Parker Washington steps up, but Surtain handled Brian Thomas yesterday. Like he didn't. And then they had 7 other receivers make plays. And that was a major deal for the Jaguars. Like, who else is going to beat you? Well, they spread the ball out, and they had backup offensive linemen in. Like, they won a really good game against a team that hadn't lost since last year at home.
And Schrags, this is something that they've been talking about for years down there, but more specifically this past offseason. Felt like the Jags had a lot of high hopes, especially from ownership.
Well, I was just going to say, sorry, I was not prepared for that. I was
No,
gonna
no,
go-
it's like-
I was going to go.
Sean Cohn,
Dunk it home.
He had belief in Liam Cohen and
Yeah.
Stoner. Like, he actually did have belief in Liam Cohen and Stoner and let them make a massive trade.
I mean, the Travis Hunter trade is one of the most boldest, brazen decisions to ever make.
Huge.
You're trading up 3 spots next year's first-round pick with your thought being, because we're not going to have a top 5 pick again. That pick's not going to be a top 5 pick. We're so confident in our roster that we can give you that first-round pick, and then we're going to take a cornerback / wide receiver, 2nd overall, positions that do not go 2nd overall. Yeah, he's injured, but like that move, that roll of the dice, that's a belief in what we have in the building.
And they talked about expanding football. And you talk about being young, it's like they got big dreams, big hopes, high expectations down there already. And for the Colts, obviously not great news because we don't know what the future looks like at pretty important positions. You know, numerous ones, and we don't have a lot of picks in the draft. You know, but boy, this could be the best Jacksonville Jaguars team of all time. And I think that's something that's very special. And congrats to Trevor Lawrence. He's had to sit in the pocket, literally and figuratively, while everything has been happening around him that is not good. 14 touchdowns, 0 turnovers the last 4 games for Trevor Lawrence. 77-point-something QBR, the best stretch that they've had. 6-game win streak. Never in Jacksonville do you even consider that. And you talk about Shad Khan. Yeah, lights out in the red zone. I apologize. Go ahead.
Not lights out in the red zone last few weeks, but Denver was by far the best red zone defense. And they went 4 of 5 yesterday, which is unreal.
Yeah, so that's smaller, but everything like you need your quarterback to play better is down there in the red zone. So whenever you see high success, that's also indicative of what could happen in the playoffs whenever you're playing great defenses, let alone him playing one right here. Shad Khan, though, the owner, this guy founded bumpers.
Yep.
Okay, I was created bumpers as a whole.
Genius.
One of the best mustaches in the history of just humans.
Yep.
We need fans to come and enjoy this. Let's put a couple pools in here. Drops a couple pools. Hey, we need to hire this. We need to build a new city. We need a Jaguar city within downtown. You got it. I'll do the entire thing. Like, he was all in on having a winner in the NFL for a long, long time. And now there's not even a consideration of kicking them out of Jacksonville to go to London. That was the convo for a long time. Good for Shad Khan, who's really been going for it for a long time.
Yeah, and good for Trevor, because how many of these early round quarterbacks do we just crap on in the media and then it just destroys them? And they can, Trevor Lawrence just sat back there, didn't lash out at one time, just kind of stood in the pocket, like you said, and has been unbelievable this year. I know we do the MVP talk and it's all Stafford and Drake May. There's an argument to be made. You want to talk about taking a franchise from the dregs and lifting them up on your back and taking them to where they are. Trevor Lawrence has been unbelievable this season.
Good for Trevor, man. Hey, that was a lot of pressure coming into the league.
Yeah.
I mean, going into college, a lot of pressure. Went into Clemson.
Top high school guy, top college guy.
Going into the league, everybody shut down basically their facilities to watch his pro day. Like, this was the chosen one, and then it goes how it goes down there since the beginning, and now he's playing his best ball, and he looks accurate as shit.
Yeah.
Like, there used to be some misses. No offense, Trevor. Used to be some misses that didn't look great, which I think J.J. McCarthy should be like, hey, there is potentially an end goal here that can happen. But he would miss some crosser or some easy one. Maybe it was just him not being confident in the throw. Now he's got an offense. He's completely confident in playing his best ball. Good for Trevor Lawrence. All right, let's pivot to some other stuff happening around the league. Another AFC team. Go ahead, D-Bucks.
Yeah, out west, I feel like the Chargers are kind of flying under everyone's radar. 5-0 in their division, 8-2 in the AFC, and Herbert just had a big game yesterday, another 300-yard game against the Cowboys. What's your thoughts on the Chargers? Can they make a run in the playoffs this year?
Yeah, they could still be the 1 seed. They still have a shot if they can beat the Broncos and they can finish out the season and the Broncos lose twice. There's still a chance for them. They need some help. Herbert yesterday was awesome. Remember, this is a situation where Joe Alt went down. Obviously, they lost Slater in the offseason, and everyone just kind of was like, all right, well, they've got no shot. They're winning. Now they're winning with guys like Omarion Hampton healthy again. And Quentin Johnson played big yesterday. All these guys that they've drafted early on, they're all healthy now, and they're all playing. And Justin Herbert is as good as anybody when he's dialed in. So the Monday night game was huge. And then you win this one here, quiet team because of obviously you think of them as the second team in Los Angeles, whatever it is. I don't know. They win games, and Harbaugh's a damn good coach.
Yeah, I'd say. And Justin Herbert's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
Did you hear him say, he says, heads please, tails please, because he thinks karma is real, and he's being a good guy.
Oh, is that right?
That wasn't the convo that I've been hearing about Justin Herbert just because
no,
he
it's
didn't
not.
want to sign some other team's fans anything, okay? Justin Herbert, good guy.
Was that even him? Like that video?
Who knows? People are holding it against him, though.
Yeah. Well,
There's people holding it against him for real.
Anybody who thinks karma's real probably has fallen ill to karma at some point for some reason.
Well, Justin Herbert says, hey, listen, I would like to let the football gods know that when I'm picking heads or tails, I would like to be nice to it. Hey, heads, please. He's asking for coin. And he also said, check the record. We've been winning a lot of coin tosses, which is obviously quite an advantage. I like the Chargers team as well. I like everything about it. I like the way Jim Harbaugh goes into a place, changes the culture. He was on the field punching every offensive lineman for a great drive.
And then my man Minter going after the defensive coordinator, also super fired up. Both those guys, Michigan guys, like they came together. It was the whole deal.
That's like it feels like they got a real family over there. And we saw their facility.
Oh yeah.
What do they call it? It's like Bolt. The Bolt.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's the nicest I've ever seen.
A1.
They paid $300 million for that thing.
I know.
In 2024, 2025 in Los Angeles to build a brand new facility.
sick.
The Bolt, yeah, it's like
Look at Connor.
that's right, walking in there.
Yeah, great time. I will say everything's great. The seats in the restaurant blow. They need
In the cafeteria?
They need new
It's
booths.
not a restaurant.
No, it's a private club.
Oh, you're talking about the
above where you can watch, where season ticket holders can go and watch. If you're a season ticket holder, I don't know how you go and sit down and not say like, oh, okay, I'm never coming back, because the booth is just miserable. But aside from that, I mean,
for the
absolutely
football
glorious.
ops.
Yes,
Football ops,
amazing.
with the cafeteria and
Ice
everything.
cream?
It was going ice
Oh, the coffee ice cream.
It was good ice cream.
Changed
Great
every
ice
day.
cream.
Brick oven pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Was it for real? Huh?
Golf sim.
Golf sim.
Yeah, it was. First of all, they allowed us all access to this.
This is pretty cool. This is a good
Baby
video.
pool
Yeah, we
table.
took advantage. Thank you. We had a good
This
time.
would be a nice series. Pat and the boys visit all 32 facilities, all access.
So that's the thing. There's a lot of facilities that would not want us to showcase how
That's
ass
true.
it is, which goes back to the report card, which is they're trying to get off the public record.
I'd be at least a B plus.
Yeah, we'll go through the old report card, because theirs are going to be gone.
Pick the top 10.
Yeah, exactly. Go check it out. Whatever the case, we appreciate how much they're invested in ball and how much they've seemingly invested in the culture. They seemingly all the way back. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, you mentioned, crapping on rookie quarterbacks and kind of just leaving them for dead. Like, that's exactly what happened with Carolina, Bryce Young, and everything that's going on there. And now, they're on the doorstep of the playoffs. What do you think is going to happen in the NFC South? And also, what's going on in Tampa? 10 weeks ago, we were talking about Baker winning the MVP. They were the cardiac kids, and now, they just look like a shell of themselves.
Yeah, it's as low as it's been in Tampa in probably 3-4 years right now. And talking to folks there, they're confused because they have all 4 healthy wide receivers now. They've got back Mike Evans. They got back McMillan. They have everybody. Ibuka, who looked like he was going to be the offensive rookie of the year, first 6 weeks of the season, had 1 catch yesterday, and they only threw to him, I think, twice. All the things that they were excited about getting back for the last 2 weeks has gone terrible. They've lost to now the Saints, the Falcons, and the Panthers in 3 straight weeks. The Falcons game, I think, was the worst loss any team suffered all season. The Falcons had 19 penalties against them and still won without Drake London after being eliminated in Tampa. So morale is at all-time low. And yet, if they win out and they beat Carolina and Carolina will lose 1 more game, it's like Tampa's in the playoffs and they're hosting a playoff game for the 5th straight year.
Yeah, and we still have faith in Baker. It feels like anytime he gets on there, him and Mike Evans being on the exact wrong page here in the most crucial play to end it is obviously good for Carolina, bad for Tampa. But to your point, they could still host a playoff game down there in Tampa, and Carolina could host a playoff game.
Yeah.
That's
It was
crazy.
packed top mezzanine or whatever in that stadium. Was one of those things you watch and almost get chills. Like, wow.
I'm not kidding. Like, it was on, I was watching, and I know it's not like, Burkhardt and Brady and Aaron Andrews and Rinaldi. It's not like that kind of you could hear the broadcast. You could hear the building.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's been years since Carolina has had that. Maybe since Cam was the quarterback, where there's actual juice in that building yesterday.
Yeah, they love ball down there. Just been waiting for a reason.
Yep. Cam's #1 target too. Greg Ost was on the drum. They keep pounding drum.
Oh, I did not know that.
Which
Because
is a
he was
chant.
Saturday, I get
I
it.
didn't
Okay.
know.
What's that?
They chant, keep pounding, keep pounding. I didn't know that. That's like a thing inside inside the stadium. I just thought it was some dumb hashtag they made.
Greg Olsen, great on the call, by the way.
Yeah.
Great on any call that he's on. And keep
Pounding.
Do we have a sound?
Panther tight end adding to the atmosphere. Start of the fourth quarter, you know it's a big game when Greg Olsen shows up. Called the game on Fox yesterday. And to start the fourth quarter.
Pounding.
Keep pounding.
I don't know if they do it while they're doing the drum. They do it while they're playing.
While they're playing.
Yeah, while they're playing.
I
yeah.
thought it was during the drum.
Oh, no, I don't know if they do it during the drum. Like the fans
trying to time
just
it.
naturally do the keep pounding.
Huge.
It was
really?
incredible. Yeah, it
with
was
Sam Mills.
I like that. And also, that lower shot that we had of Baker, I think, before that final play, the back shot, that stadium looks like it goes up like this. I got a chance to play there. I don't remember it being like a crazy environment. Now, granted, Mikey Car Care Bowl certainly brought the juice. Okay, and the Mayo Bowl certainly does as well. But nothing's like a Carolina Panthers game, I assume, whenever they're humming. That looks like a little gladiator type vibe in there. Are they going to have a real home field event? Are they going to host a playoff game down there? Just look at that. That shit looks like it's straight up.
Yeah.
That looks, that's a tight shot right
Now,
there.
ESPN usually gets a 4-5 matchup on that Monday night wildcard game, and it's usually 4-5, and you wait for the rest of the teams to play, then the winner obviously plays the 1 seed. If Carolina's the 4, it'll be either them or whoever the AFC's team likely hosting a playoff game on Monday Night Football. So it could be cool. We might have to get everyone down there.
Yeah, might have to get the squad down to Charlotte there. I think you don't go downtown, you go uptown there.
Yep.
I believe in Charlotte. And they got a great happy hour scene because I think it's like a big banking town. So happy hour, from my understanding, every time I've been down there, fantastic.
I was there this summer, and it was for a friend's birthday, whatever. We fly in, and there was a soccer game. FC Charlotte, and the streets were packed. I'm like, it felt like I was in Europe.
Great hosting.
Great town, great sports town.
And close, everything's kind of
Basketball arenas right there too.
Yeah, and they got that entire plaza area that goes straight up. That's got a lot of bars and restaurants. And that's where Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s bar, Whiskey River, was. Yeah, it was. I think they had Howl at the Moon on the 4th floor.
wow.
Yeah, they had Dale Earnhardt's bar on the 3rd floor.
Oh, man.
NASCAR Hall of Fame.
NASCAR Hall of Fame is in Charlotte, and it is close drive, obviously. The hotel we were staying in had a walking bridge to Dale Earnhardt Howl at the Moon's place. So that was lethal.
Yeah.
That was pretty problematic, I would say, for a Pro Bowl or for a bowl week. We had a good time, and we won. So we'll just keep it moving and act like it didn't happen. Dale Earnhardt's Whiskey River place. It's been good to me over the past. I appreciate it. Foxy, I think you've even been there, right?
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. That place is awesome. And like you said, attached right to the hotel. How can you not walk into that place?
Yeah, they got a bull in there. They do the whole gimmick.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out 3.
They got the whole, Shout out 3 and his bull.
Yeah.
Praise hell, praise Dale.
That's right.
Amen.
Miss you 3.
Love you 3.
Love you 3.
You know who we miss right now as well? Chiefs being in conversation. Now I just got Travis Kelce on his podcast. As meaningful football games, not really. Man, they go from right now.
Not even lost.
And who knows if the dynasty's delayed? We'll obviously see that in the future. But right now they go. Chiefs go from, we still got Patrick Mahomes, injuries. 2 weeks later, losing to the Titans in Nashville. And then now everybody's just saying his team's dead, they're donezo. It's a shame. They're not the only ones, though. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, they are going to miss the playoffs. They're 10-7 right now. Packers beat, Snoop Huntley, maybe Lamar on Saturday. Packers are in. Lions go home crying. What the hell happened? Well, the Chiefs are one thing. Injuries, even though it looks as though, injuries in Andy Reid's culture, they got pummeled by the Titans. Very weird. Let's forget about that for a second. What the hell happened with the Lions? Where do the Lions go? It didn't just, happen overnight. Obviously, they still have a lot of their pieces, but a lot of their things, trenches, kind of fell apart. What do you think happened?
I thought yesterday was a microcosm of their entire season. You have a 4th down early in this game, 4th and 3. Dan Campbell, we're going to go for it. Let's roll the dice. Stopped. Turnover on downs. They were last year 7th in the league in conversion rate on 4th down, and we praise them for it. Grit, the whole thing. They were 21st in the league right now, and yet they still go for it every time. We talk about grit and talk about the trenches and how we go 17 play 68-yard drive. Steelers, Jalen Warren just running it down their throat. I think they ran 3 offensive plays in the third quarter, and they had 15 yards rushing, their lowest total since 1970 yesterday. So that's all at home. And Foxy, I know I wasn't trying to like make a big splash on ESPN. You had to pick teams, and a lot of times what we get in my world is, all right, who do you going to pick in the Super Bowl? So you pick 2 teams and no one cares. What I like to do is tell me your 14, because not all 32 can make it. And you're going to have 16, or I don't know, what's the math? 32 minus 14, 18 maybe? What is
32 minus 18, 14.
No, 32 minus 4.
18 is
18.
14.
So 18 fan bases are going to be like, shut up, you're wrong. You can't. The Lions, I didn't see it this year because of Ben Johnson and because of that interior offensive line play, that they let go of a lot of veteran players. And I'm not celebrating it, and it's not over yet. But yesterday,
Shrakes, you
So
should. You should take a
16%.
victory lap right now. Today's the day to
I'm
take
not
your
looking
victory.
for it.
No, you should, because
No, but the
you went
Lions
out on a
fans are
limb.
coming after you. Big
Big
time.
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 You know what that guy in the blue hair would have said to you?
Oh,
let
yes.
alone DK?
Gosh, allegedly. Go ahead, Evan.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, you took it on the shins all season long. I thought you were wrong. And honestly, the only thing about us not making the playoffs that makes me really angry is that you were right. And so
Okay.
that really pisses me off.
I'm sorry.
But you
I
deserved
love
it,
you,
and
dude.
you earned it.
I
Back
think you're
to what
amazing.
Connor said, you kind of did piss on her face.
I will
with that
say
kind of
this,
thing.
you know, you get the freezing cold takes, you get all these sites when you make a wrong prediction. I checked my phone this morning or yesterday. There's millions of people who just tweet me heinous, awful, hateful things.
Yeah.
I didn't get one person say, hey, you were right on the Lions. That's just the game we play.
Yeah, that's the game.
That's the game. That said, I'm not looking for a pat on the back, and I would also add this, that team, they've got a good quarterback. They got 2 great. Like, they could be right back next year.
Yeah.
But yesterday was a terrible loss, and you could blame the refs all you want. At no point in that game did you feel like the Lions had it.
And on that note, it looked like the same
Old
Lions.
And that's scary for me because obviously I'm very close with Foxy.
Yep.
And what his life was like is the same old lines. I want to win 10 games and win a playoff game.
Yep.
That was all it was. And then now it's like, we're winning a Super Bowl. And then Schrager said, no, you're not even going to make the playoffs. And it's like, this guy's out to get us. This guy's out to get us. Their expectations became Super Bowl team. And then now it's like had transition, had turnover, obviously not having your best year. Will you guys be back next year? I think so.
Yeah,
Another year
so-
with Shepard with D coordinator. I think Philadelphia had to do it there for a little bit. They had 1 year, new coordinator, and then they were able to get after it. I believe in Dan Campbell. I believe in their building. I believe in Jared Goff, if he has time, can be a guy. Like, I believe in that type of shit. You guys get a lot of injuries up there, bad timing injuries, and then you're going to have to go and prove it yet again to everybody, because if not, you're the same old Lions. And that sucks, dude. I don't like that for you guys
No,
at all.
100%. And
I don't like it.
To stay on the positive side, I'm viewing this as the 2023 Eagles season, where they just look clunky all season long. They come back next year, they win the Super Bowl. That's what I'm hoping for, because our marquee guys played great all season long. Goff was great. Gibbs was great. St. Brown was great. J-Mo great. Hutch great. All of our guys that got paid have been playing great, except Kirby Joseph, who was hurt all season long. So hopefully we stay healthy next year and MCDC rallies them.
And with MCDC, like the thing that gives me faith in the Lions, Brad Holmes, like they pick the right guys.
Yeah.
They have their culture and they pick dudes that come in and make an impact right away. Like Tate Ratledge, I believe.
Isaac Tesla.
Yeah, Isaac Tesla, who hopefully will come back next year even better. Like they do pick dudes that make them better. So I feel like that's just like Howie in Philly. Like that is a huge reason.
Brad
for
Holmes
consistency.
took a running back and an inside linebacker with 2 first-round picks a few years ago, and it was Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell. You better believe they got killed for those picks.
Oh, yeah.
And sure enough, they're 2 of the best players. Iowa guy, Jack Campbell.
Yeah,
right.
and
That's
Amon
right.
Ra too, like J-Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all have faith. You know, let's go to the other side. Obviously, let's go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The situation between DK and the fan, I don't know what
No, I mean, Adam said it. Like the league usually comes out today and says this guy's been suspended for X amount of games, but there's 2 sides to every story. I hate it. I hate it from every side of it. I hate we're talking about it because there was such good football over the weekend.
There certainly was. And this is not good, can't happen. Obviously, what is being alleged can't happen either. So the NFL will make a ruling on this, and then everything else will kind of follow through. But we don't like this, okay? We don't like any part of it. This is not what ball is, okay? We do like fans that talk a lot of shit. We do like players that have a lot of pride. We can't be doing this stuff. For a good ball. For a good ball can't be happening. And we'll be excited to see what the story is if we ever find out. Allegedly, he talked to Debo too. I believe Debo and Joe have a Hayden have a podcast. Debo said the same thing that Ocho said on Nightcap. Ocho said he talked directly to DK as well, but we have not heard directly from DK or the Pittsburgh Steelers. And what the assumption is, have not talked to either party or heard from either party, that they will wait for the NFL to kind of set the course.
If that's the same guy as Pelissero tweeted, like followed him to Seattle to talk smack, like that's.
It's certainly an interesting story.
Seems a little off.
But I think everybody's just kind of waiting on the NFL because it's an NFL
Let's wait on
game
information.
and an NFL building. But certainly optically, not good.
No.
Not good.
You would assume that someone around there has a cell phone video that you can actually hear what is being said if it's not already being.
Because we saw I think Bussin posted it first, a kid named Alex.
The one, right next
down
to
the
it.
side,
Yeah.
where the change.
This one here?
Yeah, this one I believe is from a kid named Alex. I think I saw Bussin posted. I'm not 100% sure, but that one showed that it wasn't a punch because the original shot from the front
You
looked
thought
like
it
it was a
was-
punch to the
Yeah.
face.
Oh, yeah.
It's like. I mean, if that guy with the blue hair just moves his head to the right, that is certainly a punt, but not good. Any of it. We'll wait to hear what the NFL has to say. And will there be more footage that comes from it or audio? We assume that could be, but will we ever see it? We don't know. Just can't happen, especially a holiday season.
That's right.
Holiday season. Now, on the flip side of that, big-time win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coach Tomlin gets his 200th win. Pittsburgh Steelers, 19 consecutive non-losing seasons, and back in the driver's seat of everything they want. Let's head over to Hammer Don. AP Tone has a question for you, Shregs.
Yes, I do, Shregs. Obviously, a great win yesterday, almost 500 yards, 230 yards rushing, 15 yards given up on the ground to that Lions team. They only gave up 60 last week to the Dolphins on the ground, so everyone's playing really good. And you talked about that Monday Night Football game between a 4 and 5 seed. The Steelers are in that spot right now. Shregs, is this the year that, the Steelers can potentially get back to an AFC championship and restore glory into Berg?
Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law. We're not too far removed from Yinzer's booing that. Now there's real optimism, Shregs.
Well, they're a couple bounces away right now from being a division winner for the first time since 2020, hosting a playoff game. And right now, as it plays out, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills would be the ones in the building for that first wild card game.
Whoa.
Are we sure?
No, I think it's the Chargers,
Yeah,
Shregs.
it keeps changing because I was on
did
the same
last
page
night-
as you
did
last
last night
Monday and I
change
was
it?
wrong. But I guess the Chargers are 5.
Oh, last night I went to bed. Maybe it was okay.
No, it's weird.
Where's
It
Kornacki
changes.
saying?
It's weird, man. I don't
What's
know.
Kornacki got?
See there, there it is.
All right, I'm sorry.
They
Well,
got
Bills are
Bills
sick.
Jags. It's weird.
Yeah,
No.
but it can that could happen.
That could all-
What
that's
you were saying.
possible.
Yeah, that it certainly is
Sorry,
possible.
that was such a build-up, and then it fell flat.
No. Still possible, though. Still very much an outcome
Plus
that could
Herbert.
take place.
Here's the
Same person, yeah. Just from
Here's the
West
truth
Coast.
of the matter. We're going to talk about Phillip Rivers being 44 and what an amazing accomplishment this is. Rodgers was awesome yesterday at 42. Rodgers was amazing. They had 9 different third and fourth down conversions yesterday. Rodgers was incredible in under pressure, like 5 of 8, I think, when he had like the pass blitz coming on him. Right? He was unbelievable yesterday. And at 42 years old, maybe it's a story also if Rivers wasn't doing what he's doing. Hey, this is possible also. So they are all on the same page. They're feeling good. I love this team right now.
AJ, with the pass blitz coming on him, what do you think?
Oh, I'm
kind of
sorry.
Aaron-
Okay, come on. I'm sorry.
What? No.
All right, what do we say? Pause. Sorry.
No.
Yes,
That is. But Aaron does seem very comfortable, confident, and enjoying this particular offense at this point, AJ.
Yeah, he does. I mean, watch him. You can see him walking off the field last night with Tomlin and Cam Hayward, and Tomlin just gassing them both up. They're so excited about the big win. I mean, I don't know if you guys this is awesome, but that game did not look great for the Steelers. Like it looked like okay, the Steelers should have won this one. Oh no, they lost it. Here we go. Lions gonna find a way to win, and then the bizarre situation that ended. So I think they're super happy they got a win, and with every single win, your confidence grows, and that trickles down throughout the rest of the team.
I mean, Coach Tomlin beating his chest on the way out while they're talking shit.
it.
I love that. Yeah, I am a big.
He's
especially-
talking shit to local media.
Yeah, Brooke Pryor, ESPN NFL reporter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. She's been around the Steelers for a long time during a large portion of this. What? Of chance to be seen by the team, I think.
Well,
'cause
they're there every day.
Every day, and they're talking about it. But if you do say anything that is negative towards the team, it can certainly be bundled as a package for motivation for everybody. And sometimes they let you know about it, and sometimes it's just being talked about in the team meeting.
It's a delicate dance. It's easy to be the cheerleader when you're the local person and say everything's great. It's really hard to go out there and sometimes be the negative voice. So you put yourself out there, you're going to have to fear the wrath because you have to actually walk in the building every day.
But you're a hero to the fans, though.
Yes.
So
you want to hear that.
Yeah, you're kind of celebrated out in public, but then whenever you show up to work, there's people that are waiting there like...
The Shedeur conversation in Cleveland's fascinating right now.
Okay.
Because I think the local media is something to watch as far as like the talk radio guys. They could say whatever. You've got local beat reporters in there, and the fan base all seemingly wants Shedeur. And then are you reporting? Are you giving your opinion? Because the truth of the matter is, I talk to people in Cleveland. I don't have any assurance that Shedeur's the guy moving forward, yet he is playing very well. And now the next few weeks are going to play out. And as a local media member, it's, okay, am I giving the information, or am I giving my thoughts, my opinion, or am I giving something where this is what the fans want to hear? It's a delicate dance every single day with a quarterback like that.
Journalistic, what's it called? What do they say?
Standards.
Journalistic
integrity.
standards. I was asked about, what about it? Tell me about this content-driven world where we all hear everything everybody says. What's this? What's that? Who are you making happy? What things are you leaving out of the conversation just purposefully because of it might be an easier landing of the plane? I mean, there's a lot of shit going on right now in reporting as a whole, but certainly in the biggest stories like Shedeur in Cleveland.
I just gave Shedeur as an example. It could be any of the 32
but
teams.
That's a great example.
That's a great example. That is a great example.
Especially in Cleveland, because we haven't really cared about anybody talking or what they say in Cleveland, or people watching the games or anything like that. But every post-game press conference, it seems like he has to, be the grown-up in the room and answer the question like it's, hey, was this the right decision to go for it on 4th and 2? Should have been a wildcat, a 2-point conversion. And to Shedeur's credit, just like I talked about Caleb earlier, he handles things like a 10, 12-year vet. It's the same with Shedeur, and he's kind of been under that spotlight for his whole life.
His family, obviously, reality television. Yeah. They have been for a decade plus now. I remember watching, Coach Prime in reality TV was must-watch, buddy. Yeah. I mean, this guy's rolling around on a scooter in his house doing. I mean, it was a great show. Then they obviously carry that into the digital market. It becomes a profession for, I believe, Deion Sanders Jr. Like, this is his full-time job, is like a production company for their reality show. And people will be like, that's not a real job. It's like, well, how come reality show production companies can profit off of families, but families aren't allowed to do it themselves? Like, it's actually a full business for them. So whenever they were doing that all for a 5th-round pick, and whenever he was walking into the stadium and they had the cameras, this is at the beginning of the season, I think us and many people were like, okay, hey, we got to read the room a little bit. They did. Remember, he was giving answers at the car dealership where he memed it, and that was we thought hilarious content, but also hey, if you want to be quarterback of this team, that's not the shit. And he's completely stopped all that shit. I mean, when you talk about trying to be committed to becoming what the starters should look like for the Cleveland Browns with all the other sideshow shit that I think people were kind of holding against him, it feels like he's kind of tried to do it.
He's been great.
Now, he's made rookie mistakes.
I'm talking about the way he's handled all this. He has been great.
And his answers. He hasn't sacrificed his authenticity while not burying anybody seemingly in the process.
Yeah.
I think he has handled it. Now, do the Cleveland Browns move forward with what they've seen potential from the rookie quarterback? I guess that's the big question, but it's there's rightful positive conversation about Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns because, to D-Butt's point, it's must watch.
Yeah.
Okay, you're at least going to check in with what they're doing. Myles Garrett on the sack hunt and Shedeur Sanders on the offensive side. So if you're running a business, is that what you want? Is that what you don't want? I think it's a good thing for the Cleveland Browns. And if he's able to figure it out, you got a superstar.
Absolutely.
You got a megastar as your starting quarterback, which every owner, I think, is wanting in this world.
And paying him 5th-round money.
Yes, for
on
at
a
least
discount,
the next 3 years.
on a huge discount.
Yeah, so it's a fascinating.
Who's making that decision, though, Shregs? Who makes the decision if Shedeur is the guy moving forward?
It would be the GM and the owner, and then the head coach. If Stefanski, which I think he's still around, is going to have a huge voice. He's an offensive coach, so we shall see. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to keep a 5th-round pick on that roster. And to your point, Deshaun Watson is lurking, and they're paying him money still too. Lurking. Go.
I saw some videos of him.
Was he working out?
I saw him. Yeah. I mean, he looked cool too. He had a sweet thing, $160 million guaranteed or whatever. Congrats. Hey.
Still for next 2 years?
No, I think he's got the Bonilla deal. That thing's probably paying him to 2065. Yeah, there's a chance. That's just going forever. And once again, got to give a shout out. Mulligat is the one.
Yep.
You want college? I want Big Deluxe in there. Jimmy Sexton. I would like him. He knows where all money is. He knows where it's all.
That voice.
I would like Jimmy Sexton to be the one if I'm doing college football. In the NFL, if I'm a player right now at one of those high positions, it's like you would like Mulugeta to be the one walking into that room. Because there is no history other than, my guys get the most. That is what we're doing around here. And he does. He's going to have every position locked down whenever it's all said and done. And Deshaun Watson was the one to open our eyes to Mulugeta's real. In the middle of all this, the biggest of all time, what is this guy doing?
Guaranteed.
Is he a magician? Like, is he actually hypnotized? Do you think he does because the deals he gets is like the best deal that you could possibly get or ever fathom at that position. It's like Mulugeta. If that didn't work, if it would have worked with Deshaun, you're talking everybody having to do that at the quarterback position. That's just a fact, I think, personally. But since it hasn't gone well, there's still a lot of
Lost in that story. Carolina would have done it. Atlanta would have done it. Saints would have done it. It was not just one team. This wasn't a one-horse market. It was 4 different teams, and there was a market created for Deshaun Watson.
And allegedly, right, the Cleveland Browns were told no.
Yep.
And then that's when they came back with, is that right? How about,
How does
boom.
that sound?
And then all the very serious stuff.
And the Texans on the other side of it. They got all that stuff from Cleveland, and they're the Texans again.
Stroud and Will Anderson.
Yeah, in one draft.
Pretty good. Pretty good back-to-back picks.
Maybe that's why Jerry was scared to talk to him.
I'll tell you what, Dallas Cowboys. Nope, not going to get into it. That's a whole other story in itself.
Yeah, it is.
We did a whole day. That was the first time that name was mentioned. Mm-hmm. Wow. I didn't know you could do that. You like to do that?
Here? No.
You've been hosting. You've been doing the hosting.
Yeah,
We've been watching you host. You've been doing well.
I love it.
You've been enjoying that?
It's fun, dude. ESPN's been great. It's been fun.
I think you've been kicking ass this year.
Thank you for saying that.
Legit, I think you've been doing a good job.
Trying to find my spots.
When they drop you into host, you feel very comfortable. But I think you were very comfy at that. Because I guess it's not normal for an Emmy award-winning analyst to also be able to host. I guess it's 2 different worlds.
And cool.
Yeah, you've crushed it.
Thanks, bro.
Have you given any takes that you regretted?
Yes.
Okay. Every day or just?
Fairly often.
Dolphins.
Fans of the playoffs.
Dolphins were my playoff team.
That's the other one.
Yeah, that was bad. Because Lions, we take a victory lap.
Yep.
But the Dolphins, complete opposite.
Right.
I did a victory, like Baker, did something, and I was like, that's why Baker's the man. And then all the Eagles fans are like, how dare you say Baker's the man? Jalen Hurts is the man. I'm like, all right, I can't keep
Have you gotten into the Philadelphia Wars at all?
Try to stay away from those.
Yeah. Those ones are very loud.
Dangerous waters.
And
KD.
If Iowa State, I guess he's averaging 27 or something. I guess
Playing well,
Cooper Flag's
Cooper
going
Flag.
crazy. If Iowa State women's basketball,
Audie Crooks.
I'll watch. She's unstoppable.
I loved her last year. I was early on the Audie thing. She was playing against Iowa last year and was unbelievable. Did 40 points again. She's unbelievable.
Yes, she just she goes crazy on the court. Did she play last year and beat Iowa? And how do we not know about Audie Crooks last year? Because as soon as I saw first,
I know I'm an ESPN guy now, but Fox put Iowa State on like middle of the day. And I'm like, oh, Caitlin Clark's not there anymore. Why is this on? And then this woman comes out there and is just dominant, scored like 37 and had 11. And then they did the tournament and they were in the play-in game. And I'm like, I don't know anything about women's college basketball. I'm taking Iowa State. And they went and they won a couple games in there.
Look at that, winning off of Audie Crooks' back. But she also has a team, and I think that's going crazy this year. And whenever you think about women's college hoops, you think, oh, they had a glory day. They had a glory day. Whenever she gets rolling in the March Madness time, she's going to take over your algo because she is literally
so good.
That's how she got into my life. She started taking over my algorithm. I'm like, got to be fake. I think this can't be fake. Putting up like 35, 40 points in basketball, college basketball just in general. And then you scroll through it and then you just start seeing these highlights. And then you talk about her playing against Iowa. She's from Iowa. I believe her dad passed away. This past year, whenever she was in the Cy-Hawk Bowl, she said she got emotional while she was at the free throw thinking about how much her dad would have loved what's happening right now. It's like, I think she's great for sports as a whole. So maybe they need to play on Boxing Day.
Unfortunately, they are off until New Year's Eve.
That was a good story.
My God. So I'll be excited to see what our setup is. Regardless, it's Pittsburgh, so we'll be celebrating ball there in its entirety. But, yeah, that's going to be awesome. This is another point. Like, the cities that can't get a Super Bowl because of weather and things like they don't have a brand-new stadium, the draft is a great celebration of ball that takes over the whole weekend and hopefully brings a lot of business to a city.
Celebration of that city, too.
Yeah. Should be. Will be. The views. Oh, Because at night, much better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when we were there for game day, we had the fountain down there at the point, and we had the entire city and everything like that. Beautiful view. But at night with the lights, like that's what they tell stories about. You know, that's what hey, coming out of the Fort Pitt Bridge Tunnel, it's the best view in the world or whatever. It's like at night when that shit's all lit up,
They're going to show up.
Now we're playing a game.
Damn right, Shrakes.
That's
Put it out there.
That's Peter Schrager. We'll be back on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. Goodbye.